ACPA. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Matthew Ferguson. I'm a Jersey boy, and I am here today to tell you the story of how Nicki Minaj came to be afraid of me. That is right, my friends. Very, very, very afraid of me. Like all good stories from New Jersey, it started out in a Jersey diner. Late night over a plate of curly fries, two high school best friends who used to run the TV studio in their high school coming up with a weird idea because it was the first time I was going to shave my beard in 8 years. We figured we've got to capture this. So like all good diner planning, we did it on the back of a napkin. At first we were thinking time lapse. Maybe I shave and then we show the hair growing and then being shaved. We didn't know. Then we thought, ooh, lip dub, lip sync. That'll be fun, right? We loved Queen. So we set up a studio in the living room of my house and spent 10 hours straight, 30 disposable razors, and we came up with a concept for a lip dub music video that we thought was pretty cool and thought that our friends would think it was funny too. The concept, my friends, was a character named Matt Stash. 6 faces, 6 facial hairstyles, 6 emotions, all to the beat of Nicki Minaj's Turn Me On, which at that time was barely on the radio. Again, we thought this was just going to be a little video that our friends liked. Little did we know, within 10 days, over 600,000 people had viewed it on YouTube. Then that rose to 1.45 million. It was the #1 video on Reddit for 2 full days, which is an internet eternity. And as you can see, David Guetta, Nick Cannon, and several adult film stars loved it. But what did they love the most? Well, the Rutgers University student newspaper, the Daily Targum, I made the front page. That was the pinnacle of my career next to a new minor being created. As you can see, I was big news on campus, my friends. I was getting talent show deals, everything. I was living the life until 2 months ago. This was 2 years ago that we made this. 2 months ago, I got a text from a friend saying, your video's been taken down. What? I go, I check, that's right, and I get a notification, the artist has requested that we remove your video. My friends, I was too hot for YouTube. What did Nicki Minaj have against me, a Jersey guy with a couple of razors, just trying to have a good time? What did I ever do to her? Maybe it's that she agreed with my first grade teacher who thought that I was a little bit too expressive at times, as you can see on my first grade report card there. Maybe she was threatened by my award-winning, at least in high school, performance of Tevye and Fiddler on the Roof that won me the accolade of class performer in my yearbook. All these things are obviously huge threats to Nicki Minaj's multi-platinum career. And in fact, shouldn't she be thanking me? She and David Guetta got residual dollars, at least $5,000 from the hits of the video I made. And I expanded her demographic because most of the people who watched my video were 25 to 39-year-old men with beards. Nicki Minaj got her start as a collaborator. She made mixtapes. She sampled other people's songs. And yet, she had traded her mixtapes in for cease and desist letters with her attorneys. She had lost all sight of what collaboration and creativity was supposed to be about. Now, in my mind, she was sitting eating breakfast, Googling her name, found this, said, no, he didn't, threw her cereal bowl. That's what I want to tell myself, but I know she has people. I know she has record companies. I know how these things really work. But the celebrity of Nicki Minaj, the celebrity, all her people, they're obsessed with being on the defense. They're so afraid of irrelevance. They're so afraid of being irrelevant. They're so afraid of their success being taken that they will do anything to protect their slice of the pie, including spending thousands of dollars on attorney letters. Now consider for just one moment, if she and other artists took those resources, took that staff time, and spent it on new projects, spent it creatively, spent it trying to change the music industry, instead of going after idiots from New Jersey who had too much time on their hand one night. Now, what is this all about? The scale of this may be different, but Nicki Minaj isn't the only person out there doing things like this, is she? There's a lot of people operating in a constant state of defense, rejecting new ideas, potential collaborators. We know someone, we work with someone, maybe we are someone who does this. We're guilty of it if we don't share information even when it makes the most sense, when we get very protective when someone suggests a new idea, perhaps when we get territorial about what types of degrees or experiences qualify people to help students. We do this. We're trying to protect a very small piece of the pie. And what we don't realize, folks, is that we're all here for the same thing. We all want to help students. And in this field, recognition, it's something that we want because the pay, let's be honest, is not that great usually. Am I right? Recognition is okay, but it's narrow-minded to think that we can only be successful if someone else isn't. Bear Bryant used to say that you can only win championships with defense, not offense. And that's fine if you want to win once. But if you want to change the world, you can't do it in a defensive position, my friends. No, you cannot. Nicki Minaj should be afraid of me, but not because of my dance skills or my fashion style. She should be afraid of me because I'm not the first, and I certainly won't be the last. And if she stays on defense, if we stay on defense, well, guess what? Her slice of pie is going to go bad, and her fame will be left to just one thing, an album titled Irrelevance. Woo!